What I specialize in is finding discounts for small businesses and their owners to help you improve your cash flow, to help you live the lives you want, send your kids to the school you want. So back to discounts on your taxes. What I call a tax discount is something that you may already be aware of, but I specialize in finding the things that you don't see every day. As an individual, you know about things like home mortgage interest deduction, real estate tax deduction. You probably know that your medical expenses, while you might be able to deduct them, your income has to be so low and your medical expenses have to be so high to get any real tax benefit for them. On your business side, you may know, yeah, obviously wages are a business expense and the health insurance you pay for your employees is an expense. I help you dig a little bit deeper and find the areas that you may not necessarily know about. This is a quote that I like. Essentially what Chief Justice Rehnquist is saying is, planning is legal. You should do planning. There's nothing that prevents you from doing planning. And if you're not doing planning, you're losing money. You're wasting money paying taxes you're not required to pay. What we do is help you with the planning side of it. Now, most of you probably put your tax information together on your individual side, take it to your CPA, and generally they do the best job they can with what you've given them to create a tax return that's acceptable to the IRS. That doesn't necessarily mean you're paying the least amount of taxes payable or possible. All it means is that the accountant, CPA, tax preparer, whoever it was, took your information, put the numbers in the boxes on the return, signed it, and sent it in. And you got your refund, maybe. But it doesn't necessarily mean you saved the most amount of money possible. Tax planning traditionally has been done, and you'll hear it in the news coming up, probably right after the election. You need to do tax planning before the end of the year to take advantage of all the things you can take advantage of. In my opinion, that's the absolute worst time to do tax planning. Everybody looks up. Tax planning should be done early in the year. When you have 12 months, at most 12 months, to have an effect on what that tax liability is going to be at the end of the year. If you wait till December, in many cases the carriage is already turned into the pumpkin. It's too late to change things that you've done in the business to have a positive impact on your tax liability. Things like, we'll talk about a discount here. Everybody has kids? Young kids? Kids with braces? Need braces? What if there were a way that you could write off your kids' braces as a business expense? Okay. You had a nerve. What if you could write off your kids' soccer cleats as a business expense? Okay. Now there's not a line on the tax form, any tax form, that says soccer cleats. But the things that I talk about are, what if you hired your child in your business? Okay. They're probably better at doing website stuff than you are. Or at a minimum, they could stuff the envelopes, lick the envelope, put the stamp on it, and mail your collateral for you. Okay? There are ways you can hire your child in your business. You can pay a child, we like 7 years and above, unless they're real cute and an actor maybe below 7. 7 years and above, you can pay them almost $6,000 a year to do your work. Now you have to document it. They put them on payroll. You have to jump through some hoops. But if you can move $7,000 per child or $6,000 per child out of your tax bracket into their tax bracket, that's tax discount. It saves you money. Partially because they don't pay any tax on that $6,000. They don't even have a filing requirement for that $6,000. Okay? Let them pay for their own soccer cleats. Let them pay for their own summer camp. We just came out of summer. Let them pay for their own extracurricular costs at school. Okay? In effect, you've written off those soccer cleats. You've not paid tax on the money that they use to do that. Okay? The braces. Depending on how your business is structured, you can create a program called a medical expense reimbursement plan. What the medical expense reimbursement plan allows you to do is write off 100%, that's 100% of all of your medical costs, not just health insurance. We're talking about braces, we're talking about chiropractic, we're talking about any out-of-pocket medical costs that you might incur. Co-pays, deductibles, prescriptions, okay? For some people, that's a lot of money, okay? How do you do that? Well, you've got to have a plan. You've got to have a document that says, here's what's covered, here's what's covered, here's when they're eligible, all the things that go along with documenting that process. You can do it with a sole proprietor if their spouse is involved in the business. You can do it with a C corporation without any limitations whatsoever. C corporations have the most liberal rules around employee benefits. An S corporation, we can get you the same benefit, generally, just using a different strategy. We won't get into the specifics of that. But now we've taken something that you're paying it anyway, finding a way to put it on your tax return in your business and deduct it. Could you take it on your personal return? You could put it on Schedule A as a miscellaneous or as a medical expense deduction, but you're generally not going to get a benefit because you have to exceed 7.5% of your adjusted gross income. I know it's technical terminology, but most people don't benefit unless their medical costs are astronomical and their income is low. Okay? So now we're taking stuff that you're paying anyway and finding a way to deduct it. That's what I call a discount. Finding a way to do something with your life that you're already doing, you're going to pay anyway, find a way to get it on your tax return in your business and deduct it. I don't remember which ones. Oh, yeah, yet. Yeah, we don't know what Congress is going to do. The elections are coming. More than likely we're going to see some tax law changes. We just don't know what they're going to be yet. So you might be thinking, well, how do you plan? Well, you plan based on what we know is going to happen and have a backup just in case they make alterations to the laws that are going to expire. I thought there were more slides in there, maybe not. I talk about discounts, and I stopped at and got a newspaper this morning. It's been a long time since I bought a newspaper. I thought on Wednesdays they had coupons in here. Did that change? I know they do it on Sundays, but I thought there were coupons in the Wednesday paper. What I was looking for is a coupon page for the IRS, and I couldn't find it. They don't advertise these things. The discounts for W-2 employees, the tax code for W-2 employees is that thick. There's just not much that we can do for a W-2 employee. But all you guys are business owners. The tax code for business owners is that thick. You have the ability to take advantage of anything that's in the tax code that's legal. Okay? We're talking about retirement plans. We're talking about tax credits that might be for hiring people that have been unemployed, for purchasing equipment. All of that stuff is available to you. And I call them tax discounts. We've got to find the ones that apply to your situation. We're not going to make stuff up, but there's stuff in there that applies to everybody that owns a business. Everybody. If you want to learn more about tax discounts or the tax planning process that I use, give me a call. Thank you.
Excellent. Very much. All right.
And Mr. McCormick, can you give your blog or subscribe again?
My website is cincytaxcoach.com. CINCY taxcoach.com. In the upper right corner, it's on the card, it's on the website. In the upper right corner, there's a place to sign up for a white paper that's called the 10 Most Expensive Tax Mistakes Business Owners Make. Sign up for that. You'll get a link to confirm that you want to subscribe to it. You confirm that, and then you'll get an email with the PDF in it. Once you subscribe, I will put you on the weekly email that goes out. That email covers, one of them was about the Somali pirates, tax benefits for Somali pirates. Some of them are terribly serious, some of them are more off the wall, but they're generally entertaining enough to warrant a read. Okay, thank you.
All right, guys, give Mr. McCormick another hand, please.